I don't know, but don't let the cops in because there's blood everywhere. Oh, we're live. Hi. Welcome to TELATRAAN 2.
Welcome to Frenzy Freestyle Sunday TELATRAAN 2, and the thoughts expressed by some members are not reflective by what happens within this stream.
I mean, we are Gen X. We know 40 different ways to get bloodstains out of cloth, so...
Yeah.
And bleach is just not one of them.
Lemon juice. Lemon juice and seltzer water.
There you go.
Same.
And we've got Richard in the house. How's it going?
Hello, hello. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Life got busy.
You're telling me.
And a bit sick, too.
How are you feeling, though?
A lot better, at least. I don't sound like Kermit the Frog, because that was what was last week when I got home from work. I got like 5 teas throughout the day, and I was all stuffed up here, and I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to join.
Oh, no.
On top of all the coughing, I couldn't get a word in without, like, dying.
But you made it. IMPACTOR's the first in the comment, and he said he wanted to beat Professor D in the comments, so he was able to pull it off. And TF fan page 111, yo, and yo to you as well. Thank you for swinging by. And let's see, Professor D says, okay, controversial jump off prompt. So you guys last segment, it was suggested G1ers would be the most up in arms over Musk buying Hasbro. But isn't Elon technically a G1er? One, I don't like the word G1er. It's just weird.
I mean, it's better than G-Whiner.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. 1971.
1971. So he's only a couple years older than us.
I wouldn't call him G1er. I'd call him a GXer.
Well, I put this feed up also on one of the a couple of the Magic pages actually, because they're completely up in arms in the Magic community over if he does buy. Mm-hmm. Because Elon is the type of person who would obliterate the ban list, obliterate the reserve list, which would make people like me who have these collections from 1992, the value of them would drop to nothing because they'd start reprinting them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like when Hot Wheels bought Matchbox, huh?
Right.
Okay.
See, and that's the thing where, there's probably a percentage that are going to say it would be a good thing for Hasbro. A lot of other people realize that when a larger company buys out a company, in the corporate sense, it's just for them to have another asset within their belt. So, if the company falls apart or does any, and just completely tanks, they really don't care. It's just when it's time for them to invest to buy another company, they'll just say, well, the investment company will say, well, who are you? Why should we give you money? Well, I own 30 companies. And they'll be like, well, 25 of them have completely tanked. But the point is, I own 30 companies, give me money. Okay, then just buy 31, tank that one too. And then that's just how it goes.
Mr. Magnus, maybe you could elaborate some on the problems you just mentioned, the ban list, and like say that to us folks who don't play Magic and don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, so there's only one style of Magic that you can play where you can use the cards that are from that age, and that's called Vintage. Okay. And because those cards were only printed in the first 3 sets, Alpha, Beta, and Revised. That's it. First 3 years. That's the only printing of those cards. They're still legal in Vintage and Commander, which are 2 of the bigger sets right now. But if you weren't around in that time, you're paying $30,000 a card. And there are professionals who play. There's guys that make 6 figures a year playing this game.
Wow.
The Pro
You,
Tour.
you can
there's a
write me up
Pro
some
Tour.
instructions, right?
Yeah, there's a Pro Tour Magic the Gathering team.
No kidding.
Wow.
Yes, and they travel the world and play in all these tournaments. There's a Japanese Pro Tour. There's a European Pro Tour. It's nerd basketball is what it is. It's nerd basketball.
That's a good way of putting it.
It's everywhere and it's costly. Now, if somebody like Elon Musk grabs this, that reserve list is going to vanish. And the next set is going to have all of these cards in it to level the playing field. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. But for somebody like me that has this investment, my investment goes bye-bye.
Right.
Now, granted, I did not pay that kind of money for this because I've been playing since the beginning. I got my cards out of packs. I paid $2 a pack and opened up back then a $20 card, just like I would buy a $6 pack now and open up a $20 card. But I kept them. And now, 30 years later, 40 years later, that card's worth $30,000. And the other 8 that go with that Power 9 are worth between $40,000 and $70,000 each.
And this ties in with Professor D's comment of Mr. Magnus, you need 6 figures to play that game on the level as you have been making clear.
Correct. Unless you're somebody like me, and there are a lot of people like me that never got out of the game. We shelved it for a little while and then got back into it, and then shelved it for a little while and got back into it. But we were never stupid enough to sell everything off. I sold all of my standard cards. I never sold anything out of vintage or legacy. Standard is the stuff that's going on right now. Every 4 months it rolls over to a different one. Some cards make the reserve list. Oh, these are great cards. They're going to be in it forever. And most of them don't. I want to say 90% of them don't. Every now and then, there's that rare pearl that shows up. But it doesn't happen very often. That's why they started doing all the special stuff. Special foiling, special prints, special artists. And so then you get a chase card. One card in this case is going to be worth $400. Are you lucky enough to be the one to pull it? Because I know y'all don't follow the Magic community, but it was pretty big when they did the Lord of the Rings set. They made a 1 of 1, the One Ring. It was numbered 001 of 001.
And they just put that in a pack?
It was in a random pack.
Wow.
A 1 of 1.
Talk about a sales drive.
And it sold for, I want to say it was $2.6 or $3.6 million. And it was pulled in Canada. It was pulled in Alberta, Canada. And I'm drawing a blank on there's a musician. Oh my God. That's going to drive me crazy. There's a musician that plays Magic, and he's the one that bought it.
Drake, Justin Bieber, Shania Twain.
Nope.
Seem like Canadian artists I can think of off the top of my head.
We don't speak about Drake. Well, Mr. Magnus.
Post Malone. Post Malone bought it for $2.6 million. Yeah.
You guys are responsible for Post Malone and Justin Bieber?
You know what's funny? I didn't realize Post Malone was one of ours.
I didn't know either.
I'm ashamed.
I didn't know he was Canadian, but I just know that he bought the card.
We'll keep him over Drake.
Yeah, the One Ring is one of those pearls. It's one of those cards that came out and everybody went, and it's in every major tournament deck. That's not standard because it's not allowed in standard.
No,
But it's in every legacy deck. It's in every commander deck.
I'm confused. Didn't you
It's
just
in
say
every
it was
modern
one of
deck.
one?
No. The card was printed just like everything else, but there was one that was printed with a special serial stamp on it, numbered 001 of 001.
Okay.
It was a serialized card. It had a serial number on it. The rest of them just have a set number on them. This one had a stamped serial number in it.
Okay.
And there was one of them made. It wasn't a 1 of 100. It wasn't a 1 of 500. It was 1 of 1. The rarest Magic card in the set. And so, on release date, every collector's edition pack was sold. Because Post Malone had already put it out there. If you pull it, I'm putting this public email out there. If you pull it, contact me.
Wow.
Nice.
And I'm sure it was a lawyer or somebody else, but it went through. And he sure bought it. And they made a big media thing about it and everything.
Now, one thing to correct it in one detail, Post Malone is actually American. He was born 1995, Syracuse, New York. So he's not one of ours. And Drake,
It's
unfortunately,
South
is one
Canada.
of ours. But we don't want him.
It's Canada Light up there.
Canada Light.
I mean, he's still got floppy heads, but they're still kind of hinged in the back, so.
Yeah, we're completely unhinged, unlike you alligator guys down there.
Hello.
What's up, Orlade?
Oh, hi there.
It's one of those days today.
I get that.
One of those days. And the comments is running wild, which is really cool. So
Oh, what you're gonna do when they want to rile on you?
Comments come running after you. And TF fan page 101. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. Blah. You see, you show up and it was like, now I can't talk anymore.
The Canadian thing, eh?
Hey, and this TF fan page 101, who's also Canadian, says, hey, everyone, how's it going?
Alive.
Good.
Those are our two enthusiastic numbers.
Yeah, let's just not. We're just getting a little bit too wild here in our adult section.
Yeah, simmer down, guys.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm the result of working Black Friday weekend, so.
I miss that. I worked retail for 6 years. I miss Black Fridays, actually.
I enjoy just sitting back and watching the madness.
The chaos.
Yeah. Although it's funny, because we're actually looking to getting a new TV in the Black Friday, the Black Friday sales, but Best Buy tends to, they hold on to their prices for like a month. So I'm like, why is everyone, sleeping out in sleeping bags at the door and beating each other? And like, the prices last until like the first week of January. And they'll actually tell you, you can go and buy the item for like the high price, come in 2 weeks later within the Black Friday month, and they'll honor the Black Friday price. So there's no point in the madness.
Black Friday's dead.
Well, the funny part is we still have, it's called Boxing Day. That was the original Canadian Black Friday, which we still run that promotion, right? And I used to love Boxing Day because, you always have these door crashers. So sometimes, yes, I would be first at the retail store, but I wasn't there like the day before camping out. But there are some really good deals. Now it's no more like a day. It is a month or two. Upcoming Black Friday deal, after Black Friday deals, pre-boxing, at boxing event deals, whatever. It's ridiculous.
There's so many of them now. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Oh, and that's the time where you're spending all kinds of money on everybody else, and no one's buying you Transformers.
And I mean, it really depends on what you're looking for in the sale, because some items you go in the store and it's like on the regular, the item is $100. Then at some point when you don't notice, like they'll jack it up to $150, and then it comes sale time, it's like on sale for $100. I'm like, and people fall for it.
Hold on, that's why you got to keep the flyers. You always keep the flyers for about a month, and that's where you start comparing which store has the deal, right? Which store did what Mike just said. Like, we're going to jack it up and bring it right back down to show that, hey, we did a deal, right? So you always keep your flyers. And then
if you scroll that down a little bit, it shows you the card, and it shows the video that he made whenever he actually opened it, and his hands like this. But that's the card. Yeah, let that play and look at the poor kid vibrating.
Let's see this here.
Would you say a kid has a vibrator?
Yes, that's exactly what he said. Now, get the cum out of your ears.
It's a kid thing. This is the adult portion.
This is the adult portion, but even within that, there are just things that shouldn't be said. We'll let that one go.
Hey, listen, I'm deaf for 1 year. What do you want?
What?
Exactly, huh? Where?
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't do that in Canadian. What's that a boot?
No,
Sorry?
you forgot A.
A. Nah, I left it in the hoose.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear.
All right, let's play this video. That's
See, I speak Canadian. I just can't do it with the flappy head accent.
Well, the video is not playing. I think Elon knows we're going to talk about him, so he's like slowing down our internet connections.
Hey, listen, I was going to say some positive stuff about it, so I don't know why. Come on, Elon. I'm on your side at least.
Okay, but that's it. That was the attempt of showing the video for Post Malone.
What the card looks like.
Right.
That picture right there.
Oh, that is.
You can see the stamping, the 001 of 001 on it.
I suggest you bring back that image so Magnus can go into great, depth and detail of what that card is, because I have no clue what that is. So
it's a $2 million Magic card.
What?
Yeah, Post Malone bought it.
See, SETTOM, I'm not alone in that.
What?
In that whole mindset.
$2 million for that? Because it has the Lord of the Rings picture on it?
Oh no, the card, the One Ring, which is what that card is called, everything is a Magic card. I have 4 of them myself. I don't have 4 of this one.
Does it grant you real life wishes?
This one is, well, it did for that guy Brooke that pulled it. He sold it for $2 million.
Damn. Hey, Torp, I heard we have
problems right now.
Hey, Torp, I heard we have some land in Florida with a lot of alligator swamp that we can sell for like $3 billion.
It's being built up so fast down here. They're actually pumping out swamplands to build housing developments. It sucks. Hey,
sure.
By the way, folks, Florida's full. Go home.
Hey, you leave my Canadians alone, okay? Because if it wasn't for us, you guys wouldn't have an economy. I said it.
Yeah, come next month, I don't think it's going to work that way anymore.
I guess I missed something on that train.
Yeah. Oh, the snowbirds.
Oh, man, we are just fine without snowbirds, because the only thing that snowbirds really spend money on is corporate bullcrap.
And the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightnings. You're welcome for Stanley Cups, okay?
Well, I mean, I can't help that we're better at Canadian stuff than the Canadians are.
All right, anyways, let's talk about Transformers, because I can't think about anything else about Transformers right now.
Let's talk about Transformers, because those alligators are really good on ice skates. about hockey, man.
We definitely don't want to go to the corners with them. I can tell you that.
Oh my god.
Okay, so our topic on the rumor of Elon Musk buying Hasbro.
Good.
TF fan page 101 and Fear or Courage, who's unfortunately not able to make it today. He did send me some notes, and TF fan page has a connection of those notes, which I will bring up in a second, since our comments are really the comments section as a whole showing itself tonight, and I appreciate that. Over in the, I guess, the Blue Sky app, and let me bring that on the screen.
The Blue Sky app.
Yeah, what the hell's
And
that?
the
Yeah,
emotional
what the goony
support
goo is that?
alligator. Can't remember if Blue Sky. Yeah, what was the Blue Sky app? If either Musk owned that, or I remember the history behind that, or if that was Trump's. I don't recall, but it's basically a second Twitter, if you will. But one of the users said, "I've seen some folks fearing that Musk might actually be able to purchase Hasbro or D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, or laughing at how he'll do it. The thing is, the money isn't there to do it. He literally cannot. So let's review this first. First, there's not a buyout clause. He has to approach the board to make an offer." Which another person said, "He cannot afford any reasonable offer for Hasbro. If we look at their common stock, it is currently sitting at $63.89 a share, or was when I checked this morning. There are 135.5 million total outstanding issue shares for a market cap of $8.91 billion.
All he has to do is just buy the majority. He doesn't have to buy them all.
That's now.
Right.
Once the politics change over here and the tariffs kick in, people aren't going to pay. I'm not. I'll tell you that right now. These may be the last Transformers that I buy for a while. Because I'm not going to pay that tariff tax.
Yeah, like that.
And if they hold true to what they're saying, everything that comes into the States will have a tariff tax on it. If you think they're expensive now for what you get, wait until they get another 10% put on them. Or 20%.
Still cheaper in Canada.
Or 80%.
Well, it's still cheaper in Canada for some things, but I mean, in terms of...
I mean, no offense, but you're not going to have the U.S. tariff tax. You're still going to have your stores getting shipped from them around us.
No, you're absolutely correct in saying that, though. The only difference between us and United States is because we do work hand in hand. I know there was that whole thing with Trudeau. I don't want to make this into a big political thing, right? Because we should be talking about Transformers, right? But I know
it affects
our
Transformers.
Yeah, it does. But well, we're gonna transform our politicians here. I can tell you that, because Trudeau's going to be heading out. But what I'm saying is that we have a good working relationship with the U.S. and I don't foresee anything major drastic that's going to happen between the two countries, right? So hopefully, if that does happen, and that he puts all these tariffs on China or Taiwan or whatever case is, right, then you can come to Canada and buy the Transformers here, so you don't have to worry about the tariffs.
You have a guest room, right?
I do.
I'm a hard worker.
I know. I want to go shopping with you. Honest to goodness, I really do. I just want to see a mask artwork. I'm buying Transformers.
Your politics will be transformed. Trademark.
No shit.
But going back to Elon, hey man, I want him to buy Transformers, and the reason why is because look what he has done with his companies. He basically
ran X into the ground.
What are you talking about?
Everybody got the hell off of Twitter when it switched to X.
Not everybody got off.
It lost a lot of its user base. I mean, it's so much so that advertisers wanted to go elsewhere, and then he basically said, "Screw you, advertisers! I don't need you."
Yeah, but they're coming back.
You don't have the same swing power that you do when you have when you have that huge user base. If your user base goes down, you kind of lose the
Je ne sais quoi. I get what you're saying, okay? But what I'm telling you right now is Elon Musk has gutted Twitter, made it into X, making it run smoother, professionally, instead of having like 50,000 people working on one drawing, right? You have the right amount of people that are working there, and he's making a profit, and all that other baloney that's been happening with Twitter, and all those people are leaving, whatever the friends are leaving, just like how all these celebrities are threatening to leave the U.S. now, right? They're all going to stick around, and they're all going to spend their money. And then Elon, what he's going to do, he's going to do the same thing with Hasbro. He's going to cut all that shit out of there, and he's going to start making proper Transformers, because hopefully he's a fan. I'm not just what was that commercial from a long time ago? The guy with the wig. I'm not just an owner. I'm also a customer. So Elon, I think he's a Transformer fan, and he's going to make Transformers great again.
No, but see, I'm going to throw a counterpoint to your argument. Look at the square right on top of your square, or a slight rectangle, I should say.
Are you trying to mock me because Unicron is there?
No, I'm not sure how it's showing up on your screen. Actually, hold on.
I see. Okay, now it's above.
Now it's on top. I had to hit transition. Blue Sky is Blue Sky exists because of Elon taking over Twitter.
That's okay. You need competition. Without competition, prices are going to go up. You need competition. Competition's healthy.
I'm just glad we separated Spin and Magnus and fingering each other on the thing. So
I was like, okay.
Are we going back to vibrators again? But again, you need competition. That's why I hated the GoBots are gone. I wish the GoBots came back. It would have gave Transformers and the creatives over there what's called again, competition. It's just
motivation to make a better product.
Thank you. It's like when WCW and Monday Night War. Sorry, was WWE when they had the Monday Night War. How great that was during back in the mid '90s, and the storytelling and the wrestling itself. People got creative. People pushed each other. Competition was great. So we need more of it. It's becoming one person owning everything. That's not a good thing.
Hasbro, TELATRAAN.
Princeton Phalanx 59, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It says most of the user base that was lost were bots, and X is more profitable than it was as Twitter.
Didn't he try to get out of? I didn't follow it, but didn't he try to get out of buying it after he said he would buy it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not aware of that, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, it's essentially the exact same thing that's somewhat happening with him and Hasbro, where it's like the rumors put out there, and then I don't recall the exact details either, but it was him looking to buy it and then kind of wanting to back out of it and stuff. But I mean, he owns it now, so.
Look what D just said. Can you put back what D said? Yeah. Professor D there?
And he says,
hey, welcome, Professor D. Haven't seen you for a while.
He says, Toy Whip, you're wrong. People have not left Twitter. Even the people that hate Elon are still on Twitter. Say they'll never call it, but keep posting because they are addicted.
Thank you.
But you know what? That happens. So, because I mean, even with companies where it's like everyone would be like, oh, I don't like how this company's running. Let's boycott it. And everyone still goes to them every single, like 2-3 times a day and gets whatever they need. So, a true boycott, like you actually just, stop going to the company. But that doesn't happen in this day and age anymore.
I don't get it because I got off of Twitter before the whole X thing happened, and not because of any politics, just because it was freaking boring.
And you join Children of Primus. So you people out there, just listen to what he had to say. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification and that bell and everything else that comes along with it. And thank you. Go ahead, Spin. Over to you, Spin.
RG Eagle saying, hey gang, what's happening? Looks like we're talking about the rumored Musk Hasbro acquisition. I think he's a fan of nostalgia. He was on an episode of Young Sheldon, but definitely strange.
Oh, RJ, happy birthday.
That is correct. Happy birthday to RJ.
Birthday. Nice.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
So I'm going to track down, because Fear of Courage isn't able to join us this evening, but he did send me notes on his thoughts behind it. So I'm going to track down those notes as we go through. But also just before we get to that, I'm going to mention, so Morgan Lofton, the voice bot, who most of us know her from the voice of Baroness from G.I. Joe, and she was also Moonracer, I believe, in Transformers G1, has passed away just recently. So it's another one of our known voice actors that we've lost within the franchise. So as we do, say respects, a humble respect to her family and friends and co-workers, because I know many of these co-workers and colleagues are still ones that visit, TFCon, all over states and all of the Comic-Cons and everything.
Yeah, my condolences.
What gave me my weakness to women in glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said in the first, statement, or in the first segment, Baroness is the whole reason I got a thing for chicks with Russian accents and leather.
Yeah. And Sears catalogs.
Catalogs.
Don't laugh. Back in the day, you got the job done. Why do I feel 90 when I say that?
National Geographic magazines.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say that next.
No, actually, over to you, Richard. 'Cause I know sometimes you're just kind of chilling in the background within all of us. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you're allowed to talk, Richard.
In
I know.
Of hearing this.
I'm just trying not to cough all over still. But I don't know. I when I saw the news, I was kind of just in shock for like a good, I'd say, day and a half of just like, wait, what's going on? And I thought it was a joke tweet or thing at first, and then as I start going, I was like, oh, it's serious. So, granted, I'm not too much of a fan of what Elon's been doing as of late, but I'm still optimistic to see if anything happens. Like, there's a good change of what could come, but again, it's kind of just like at a 50-50 for me. It's like it could go either of both ways, and we just have to see what happens.
Okay, so that's my issue right now. Sometimes, okay, you say you're happy with what Elon's been doing lately, right? And I'm thinking that's probably political. Am I right to say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got to separate that shit, man. You got to separate the politics from the business. And this guy's a good business person. Stop hitting Tor up there. We have to separate that stuff. And this guy is a smart businessman, and he wants to make money. And when somebody wants to make money, he's going to make sure that he's putting out a good product out there. And that's what we want as consumers. We want somebody that's going to invest in the company, that's going to, make great products, and that's going to get, especially Magnus next to me is going to, is going to be out there and buying good quality figures. And that's what we want. Because I'm sorry to say this, lately, when I'm looking at some of the Hasbro figures that are out there, it just looks cheap. Like, I don't know if I want to spend that kind of money on, especially Canadian. I don't know if I just want to spend that kind of money on a figure. Over to you guys.
I don't really give a crap. Other than poor Magnus being out on his poor collection, I really wouldn't care. I would be happy if he bought Hasbro and put it into the freaking ground. Maybe then they would have to sell off a lot of their assets, stuff like Mask and GoBots and all those 80s properties that they own the rights to now and can't or won't do anything with. Maybe then somebody could pick them up and do something with them. I don't buy new Transformers, so I don't give a shit. What I want to see is new stuff from all the 80s properties that they have, because they've got more than what you know.
This is new. I had to put that in there.
There was a comment up in front. I didn't see what you held up.
Oh, okay, sorry. This is new, 80-ish. You forgot?
Orlotti, we're gonna. You know what? We shouldn't have done the whole Elon tonight. We should have done our bout. I called you out earlier. You probably missed it though.
I did. Remember, I can't think today.
Let me catch up on the comments. The TF fan page says, Elon.
Who was that?
Who's TF?
Oh, okay. Are you starting from the top again?
No, halfway through because the comments are on fire. It's its own stream tonight.
Okay, no, because I saw a pretty cool Viper logo there. I wanted to know who was that.
So Elon says, we'll put his biased thoughts, political or not, in Transformers. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty certain of it. Professor D says, there we go. Are you guys paying attention? In this episode, Orlotti outed himself as a flyer hoarder and
for the months.
Hold on, fetishist
for the months of December.
Well, funny, I was gonna defend you there because a lot of people still are still into flyers. Because I mean, if you are watching your dollar, you know, and a store has something for a lot less, you are going to go for and pay a lot less. So flyers are still a thing, and so is couponing. It hasn't been it still exists. RJ Eagle says Musk is definitely a smart guy, so I'm thinking at the very least he's going to enhance the line. Maybe he's going to rival Robosen and add some tech to it, which may be cool. Unfortunately, we'll end up with like a $3,000 hound. Because I mean, Grimlock in Canadian was I think about $2,200.
$3,000 hound, just what I always wanted. You could buy an actual Jeep for that.
Exactly.
Especially a 1984 Jeep, yeah.
So welcome, KR. Actually, Knight Rider. That is and I'm trying to remember what year of that series it is. So I recognize what's going on there. I don't think he cares about money, bro. Not anymore. Any reason he would want more money is to reinvest in his own ideas, which is true. And Princeton Phalanx, I don't see Elon will buy Hasbro. He's more likely to buy MSNBC.
Yep, I heard about that as well too. Dude, the guy has billions of dollars. I think he can afford both.
And welcome, Cody. He says if Elon buys Hasbro, that will be insane.
Yeah, the comments are really moving. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
fun.
I'll send you the birthday link, RJ, for the Grimlock.
It's, Professor
I can't read it.
Oh, Toy Warp is making a great point that we covered last week. If Hasbro tanks, that's best for Transformers Liberated. I don't mean the great website Bill referenced all the time, but I mean for fan control.
Hey, listen, I have no problem with that. I have no problem, that if a company gets broken up, like how they did to, what was that company a long time ago that Rockefeller owned? Was it Rockefeller or Van Belt, whatever, American Standard Oil? And they broke up that whole company. And they actually did it to Microsoft as well too. They broke that up as well, right? So I have no problem if they do that. Hey man, then I will hope, like what Torb said, some people with some good money and some good ideas will buy those properties and start, from ground up.
I would be first in line to buy Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines.
I knew that was coming up, but again, I have no problem with that either too, because I want competition. That's what I'm looking for. Like here in Canada, I'm sorry, but it's, again, being the Canadian, I'm sorry here. Everything's owned by like 4 companies. And
pretty much everything.
Yeah, right. Like from supermarkets to our food to our internet cable to whatever. Okay, it's all by 4 companies at the end of the day, in those industries, right? So you don't get that competition. It's like, who cares? People are gonna buy it anyways, right? So I like competition. I want to see more competition. And if any of those third-party transformers can get some of those license, hallelujah. That's all I gotta say. Over to you guys.
Well, it's funny when you mention a competition, because in the web hosting field, a lot of the well-known name companies are all owned by one company, and it's only in recent years that one company accidentally slipped in publicly releasing some of that information that people then found out. But it was always kind of comical where, everyone's getting their services from company A, and company A falls apart because then they were bought out. So everyone would be like, well, let's just, move all of our websites over to company B, not realizing they also own company B. And, some people like, let's move it all over to company C. And I'm like, guys, they own company C too. So essentially, you're just moving your stuff from the same company back to the same company. Now, as Fair Courage wasn't able to join us tonight, left some notes for me to mention. And he says, I've been reading about this on Blue Sky. It's not terrible likely for a number of factors, mainly that he can't afford it. Twitter was bleeding money when he bought it, and him buying it seemingly not intended to be serious. He placed an offer, and they were like, actually, yeah, sure, please take this. And then he tried to back out of it. And the Twitter people basically forced the sale. Hasbro may be in a poor place, but it's still making money and is a much larger company that's doing a lot of things. He also says, also for some inside baseball, apparently one of the big players of Hasbro's board from PayPal and Musk got kicked out of PayPal for having terrible ideas. So presumably they would actively not want a sale if somehow got to that point. So let me see if he has a few more notes on that too. What are you guys' thoughts while I pull up those other notes?
Listen, if I could buy a company and call some bullshit or say some stuff because my word has weight in the stock universe, and I can plummet that stock to go down so I can buy it at a better rate or at a better price, why not? And you don't think that happens every single day?
Yeah, but there's laws for that, though. There are laws for that, but I mean, how many times are those laws bended and twisted around to
circumvented? Exactly.
For someone to make profit.
So thank you for saying that. Right? So if Elon, like this whole stuff that he bought Twitter, he's supposed to back out and all that. Hey, you know what, man? If that guy really wanted to back out, he would have backed out. I personally believe all that shit was for show for him to get Twitter at a good price. And the same thing could be for what is it, NSB, whatever, NBA, I don't know, whatever it is called. Thank you, because I don't even watch it. And the same thing could be happening with Hasbro as well too. Play the game. Mm-hmm. What is it? Don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's exactly it. RG says maybe Musk will have another Transformers movie in the works.
And all those cars are gonna be Teslas.
Think about all the cars will be Teslas. All the appliances in anyone's houses will also be Teslas. Tesla toaster. Like, it will just be a whole Tesla, like a 2.5 commercial of Tesla.
Yeah, 2.5 hour Tesla commercial. Yeah.
Instead of the Dotson
the drone
brothers,
army
we have
Cybertrucks.
the Tesla brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think GM did? You telling me
GM just advertised their cars. They weren't out there advertising their freaking trains and their toasters and yeah.
How many of you all actually think that if Transformers were real, that they would run on gas? They're already electric
but
cars.
I would hope they wouldn't be battery powered, especially Elon Musk. Tesla's battery powered.
I'm still going back to GM. That was one huge big product placement.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and look what they did to Jazz. Right? They ripped them in half, and then what happened to that Crossfire? It was canceled. So it was like basically telling you what cars are coming in and what cars were getting eliminated from GM. That was that whole movie all about.
Oh, they
Pontiac
not
was
only
completely
killed
erased.
that wasn't the Crossfire, that was the Solstice.
Oh
But they
yeah,
not
you're
only
right. Sorry.
killed the
Right.
Pontiac Solstice, they killed Pontiac.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
there you go. You see,
Just got rid of all
Right?
of them.
They basically told you what we're getting rid of, so don't buy it. Buy these ones instead. Right?
Poor Jazz.
I don't know what product placement did we have there? Wasn't Ratchet some kind of Hummer ambulance?
Yep.
Custom, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he should have died because they've practically gotten rid of Hummer. Hummer's just now part of the GMC line, kind of like a subsidiary. They pretty much got rid of Hummer after they lost their whole government stuff. So. No, I guess they. Well, wait, they killed Jazz later, didn't they? I don't know. Where's IMPACTOR when you need him? I mean, it was all about that Bayformer crap. Man, I
No,
don't know.
he got killed in the first movie.
They
Remember
got
when
killed in the
Megatron
first
just-
movie.
Ratchet didn't.
Like this.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
Thank
right.
you.
Yep.
The fact that the Masterpiece does this just blows my mind.
Look here. I'll show you my
Well,
Jazz.
that's gonna be the new Transformers thing, you know.
Look.
In Transformers 1, you've got Optimus Prime doing it to the one guy during the fight, which is the most
Oh, yeah.
gruesome, awesome thing I've ever seen Prime do.
Hmm.
And then, of course, Megatron rips Prime apart.
Sentinel Prime. Yeah.
See, look, my Jazz does it too.
Oh,
no.
no. The power of the Primes is not with them.
No.
No. Look, I'll put him back. See? Thank
No, I've watched Transformers 1 probably 5 or 6 times since it came out on Paramount.
Nice.
And in the scene where the Sentinel Prime's group finds them talking with Starscream and the rest of the Elite Guard, there's a fight. And right at the beginning of the fight, Prime jumps up in the air and beats a guy, and then he gets hit by another guy, and they're grappling, and Prime locks his legs around him and grabs him by the shoulders and transforms, and when his body twists, he rips the guy in half. And I was just like, oh. And it
was
wasn't
cool.
until I watched the second or third time that I caught that, you know, that's what he did. And I was like, oh my gosh, Prime's a beast.
That got in a big applause during the screening that I had. Like anything that was like up, like just the action for that movie, like everyone was just rampant. Like I had a really good screening,
Prime.
so it's always fun with the audience interacts.
Oh yeah, great. Now the audience loves Murder Primes. Awesome.
That's right.
Gotta give him the faces.
But yeah, I think that's going to be a thing for Transformers movies, is that somebody's going to be torn in half now.
Mm-hmm. With a toy coming out later that year. I would like that.
Right.
You know, the tear apart feature.
If they do Viacons, they should do that just for fun, like ones that just explode when you touch them. Because I feel like that would be fun for kids.
Oh, damn it.
Right? It's just poke.
I have a piece, it's downstairs, that my tech guy Pete 3D printed for me, but I'm not set up for it, so I'll do it next week. But he 3D printed these pieces that you put on your G1 jets, your G1 Seekers, and it raises their wings to the proper elevation for when they're in robot mode.
Nice.
And it's just this little piece that you take the wing off and you snap it into the port where the wing normally does, and it raises the wing like a half an inch, and it increases the view. I mean, it just makes it perfection.
That's cool. I can already imagine. I can already visualize that.
Yeah, and it's just a little bitty piece, but yay big.
You're
There
back.
he's back.
There you go.
Kind of thought they were already at the right height.
Nope, Soundwave's got him again. He's locked.
Soundwave's got him.
They ain't talking about raising the wings up. The wings are pretty much at the right height. And when they're in robot mode, is that what...
Yeah.
I'm looking at mine. I'm just confused on where you're supposed to move them. Up? Why? It's about as high as they were in the cartoon. I mean, that's about the only thing accurate from the Seekers from the cartoon to the toy, but...
So Professor D has a video that he has sent to us for us to play as a 4-minute video. Before we get to it, a quick reveal on my end. Passing through the Walmart, and I know the green screen is going to affect this because it is a green character. The 86 Springer. And I've seen a couple of them on the shelf, and I'm like, everyone's been saying good things about him, so I'm like, you know what? Why not just grab him? And
I one at my Target today.
Yeah,
I've already got it back here. I got it from Big Bad Toy Store.
He's pretty fun.
Yeah, still two on the shelf. So I just said, you know what? Let me just grab him before he's like completely gone out of the wild, because he does look like a very good character. Good character.
You say if you'd have bought all three, you could have a robot, you could have a helicopter, and you could have a sports car.
Remember, for us
at the same time.
That's all three of those Springers would have been a mortgage payment. They are a bit costly on our side of the border.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, how much you paid for that one?
This one was 76.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that was the same.
Like, exactly, because I think for you guys, isn't it like 40 or 50? And that's 76 before tax.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go out there and shovel some snow.
That's why only, the odd time I'm like, yeah, one every 6 months ain't gonna hurt me.
I gave $53.99 for mine.
There you go. I think Mr. Rolati is frozen from that price.
Oh no.
He said something about shoveling snow and he froze up. How ironic.
But for those of you who weren't here, we still don't have batteries for Agent Knight yet. I went to 9 different stores, and evidently that LR44 battery is not something that's very common. So I had to order them online to get them here.
Batteries Plus, man.
Batteries Plus does not have them in stock. They're a special order only because it's a one certain brand of hearing aid that uses them. And everything. So it's not a popular brand.
Of course.
So yeah, we have one Batteries Plus here, and after I went to Target, Walmart, Circuit City, I was like, well, hell, let's just go to Batteries Plus. Surely to God, they've got it. No.
That's the first time I've heard Batteries Plus not having something like that in stock. Wow.
And they're the one that told me. They said, order it online. He said, you can get it from Amazon. He said, it's a special order battery for one brand of hearing aid, and not many people use it.
You know what? I then question whoever designed and manufactured KITT as a transformer. Why would they have chose the least accessible battery and not even include it? Like it's so I mean, I wonder how many
it was
other
shocking
people.
to me that there wasn't batteries in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, so where's the button to make his lights come on? And so I pulled out the instructions, and I was like, ×3 not included. Great.
Yeah, you're right. That is weird.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a pretty pricey bot too.
Well, the battery's
awesome
probably not
bot,
that
though,
pricey.
Richard.
It's just hard to find.
I have no idea. I could crack mine open and find out.
Well, that's
what Richard, if you get the chance to get him, he's solid. He's nice.
I do have him. I just haven't opened him because if Bill Daniels ever comes to a fan expo, I might get him. So I don't think he does the voice according to other reports, but I know he's pretty cool in robot mode.
I don't know about him.
I did him.
Fan
I did his guns.
Isn't he
this.
like 92 now?
Yeah, he's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Put the big one on top, the little one on the bottom. That way he can look like he's talking into his wrist communicator.
Oh man, yeah.
Nice.
Well, see, I'll keep them in box for now, but sometimes if I'm bored, usually I look at my unopened toy box and I'm like, who's easily
Liberate him.
resealable?
Liberate him. They were
Hopefully.
made to be opened and played with.
Yeah, when
If
you
you
buy
want to
like
keep
5
them in
of
the
them.
box, buy more than one. That's what I do.
If I see him out in the wild again, I might. We'll see.
Well, RG Eagle's asking, do you guys prefer the Studio Series 86 movie Springer, the one that Spin got, or the one just before that?
To be honest, they're really, really close to being the same. But I bought the
86
studio one for the accessories for that rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fact that since they made the rocket, I feel that we're going to get the launcher. Somebody's
do
going
like
to
the
come with
accessories.
the launcher.
I'm just looking at Torp's face right now, how his arms just crossed and everything. He's like, Bahama. Get the G1 figure. That's the best one.
Well, it's funny because I know when when everyone says like the Studio 86 series of Springer, and I'm like, well, I mean, there's the one that came out in 1986. So it's are you referring to this recent one or the 1986 one?
I don't know.
There he is.
It's right here on the end somewhere.
I want that figure, but at $76, man, that's a lot.
I got him off, I think, before GameStop got rid of the Edge, so I think I may have got him a little bit less
there
than
it is.
76. So I was lucky.
Nice.
But yeah, it's hard to find leaders for sale prices nowadays, so the last big purchase was Commander Class Optimus.
I think it's really funny that GameStop has to resort to selling toys now because they wrecked their video game model,
There's Siege.
their video
There's
game
Siege.
sales model.
I agree.
Well, I find it funny. Canada Computers is also selling a lot of anime
Yes.
stuff, but at
Well,
the
hold on,
same
what?
time,
Who?
Canada Computers.
Canada Computers.
Really?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
selling figures in there now?
There's
And-
Funkos, Gundams. I
Mhm.
saw a lot when I went into the last one I went into.
And I think it's
And like
the,
some Transformers.
yeah, the newer updated stores. Because in one of the Facebook groups, a lot of people were mentioning getting their figures in Canada Computers, and I mean, me who always goes in that store for the odd thing here and there, I'm like, I don't see toys in that store. I just see computer parts. But then there's a one that they just recently moved, open up a new location on the left side of the store, all anime toys. So it is a thing now. But you think about it,
Interesting.
a lot of it ties in with a lot of I guess gamers, guys in computers and everything. We're also in anime, so it's almost like they're trying to make it a one-stop shop for everything you need.
Because I've been to the one in Von Mills, or outside of Von Mills, right next to it, right? I didn't see none of that in there.
And give it some time. They're slowly adding it into each location.
I really hope if that's a store spin, if Canadian Computers is a store you enjoy going to and it carries what you actually freaking need for your computer, I hope the same thing doesn't happen to them. What happened to Advanced Auto Parts down here? Because Advanced Auto Parts about 2006, 2007, I think it was, kind of got bought out by Discount Auto Parts, and they basically turned Advanced Auto Parts into a toy store.
Wow.
They didn't sell anything but, like the high-end die-cast, and it's like you go in there for like a part for a car. Oh no, we don't have that. But here's a coupon for some cashews and 4 Hot Wheels cars. Like what? I really hope the same thing doesn't happen to your Canadian Computers.
You know what? There's because Canada Computers is more of they're kind of on the top of all the computer stores. There was another one just below. I don't recall the name, but the exact same thing happened to them. Whereas, like, say about
Tiger.
a decade ago, sorry, which one?
Tiger Computers or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And before they were exclusively computers, at a certain point now you go in, they've got like garden hoses, toasters, like it's just basically whatever you want to, lawn chairs, whatever you want to buy is in that store. And it's like computers is like the last thing they really focus on.
Actually, there's one store that I wish Elon Musk bought, but they're not around anymore. It used to be called Toys. Ah, Richard knows.
Mhm.
And
That Got some flashbacks.
Yeah, right. And what they used to be, they were like, I guess, the marshals of toys. So whatever toy, like let's just say, what's called Toys R Us, they want to get rid of all their overstock that they're like 2 seasons ago or something like that. Toys will come in there and buy it. So, for example, if there is something that I missed that that was first sold in Walmart or Toys R Us or whatever case is, and then a year later I can find that at a discounted price at Toys. And that was actually a really good a toy store because they had like old stuff, but they also had new stuff as well too, right? You had a good pickings, but they closed down.
Yeah, I missed the one at Eaton Center. That's where I used to go anytime when we go to Silver Snail.
Yep.
And depending on how discounted, because sometimes I feel like the prices were a bit more than what you'd find at Toys R Us retail, but sometimes you'd find ones that were over 50% off, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's a Beast Wars toy. I can get that for $15. That's fine." So, I miss those days.
So now I'm gonna play the video that Professor D sent us. So hopefully he's in the comments and can give us some insight on exactly what the video is about, which I do believe, I think Mr. Orlotti may know some idea about the context of this video.
Okay.
Primus Agent 006. We are doing deep reconnaissance in Toronto, Ontario, at the Times Square of Canada. You guys are not on camera because you are undercover agents.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're undercover. So no faces here because we're talking about a secret plot. The secret plot is the gentlemen from the undisclosed organization that I have mentioned are going to show up here on a given day, and they're going to go through this whole place, and we're going to have a whole bunch of robots in disguise, otherwise known as transformers.
Okay.
And when the security guards are not looking, there'll be a couple guys distracting the
we'll
security.
distract them, yep.
Okay.
Or a whole man mission.
Right, exactly. And the other guys are going to be strategically placing the transformers in the displays.
In the displays.
And then we're going to take photographs.
And then we're going to take to then post it on YouTube so people don't have to pay money to fucking see this shit.
That's
because
right.
We're going to fucking post up Transformers.
Transformers
that'll
in Canada, and it's going to be to scale. Like they're going to be the transformers. Like you see that little truck?
I do.
Yeah.
What do you think's happening in that room right now?
That's a good question. There's plants. I think it's like Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, it's like a plant room.
I think it's like Little Shop of Horrors. Like one of those plants is gonna like eat one of those motherfuckers.
Oh shit, they have people too.
Dude, you haven't been paying attention.
I didn't
Are you not?
fucking people.
It's all people. Look,
Listen, you can see that guy over there. He's risen up that girl.
motherfucker, look, they got a Tim Hortons over there.
They got a Tim fucking Hortons.
They got a Timmy's right
Wait,
there.
this is fucking Canada. I guess it makes
No,
sense.
isn't this sick?
This
Look,
is
you got a
fucking
motherfucking
sick.
moose right there.
Holy shit, it's
You
a
got
fucking moose.
Okay, so look, now you know
There's a
how
man with a lasso.
Yeah.
This is not the 1800s.
No,
What the
but
fuck?
look, when we fucking film this, then we can edit it all and we can animate those guys.
Oh,
so
shit,
we can make the girl do exactly what you said.
Oh shit.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're
So we're
saying.
gonna make money
I
off
see
this
what you're
shit.
saying,
Yeah.
Can we make with the guy with the lasso do shit too?
Yo, that's Indiana Jones, son.
That's
I
what I'm
didn't even know that.
I was
Okay, now
thinking
your
that-
eyes are open. Now you're fucking working.
Wait, is he?
Okay, now you're agent. Now I'm gonna deputize you.
Okay,
you're
bet.
Agent 11.
Agent 11.
011.
I'll remember that for the rest of my
You're
life.
Agent 011. You're Agent 012. All right?
011,
I'm above you, bitch.
That means you die
Oh,
soon.
they
That means you
changed-
die sooner.
Nah, but it means I'm better as well.
Yeah, that's true.
The wiser you are, the
No,
older
the younger.
you are.
No, exactly.
The other way around, but
Right. The lower the number, like 007, you know.
that shit changed.
That's the motherfucker. No,
All right, thank you.
on 006.
Oh,
007 never dies.
Changed
Who's
color.
007?
James Bond, stupid.
Of course.
You work with me. What are you
What the
doing?
fuck, dude? How
What are
do
you
you know?
doing? Are you high?
A little bit,
Give me a cigarette, bro.
of course. I got you. Just because of this amazing.
After
All
all
right, this is
story-
Agent 006. We are signing off. You heard the plan. We got fucking Indiana Jones in the building. We got the
He's
Canadian
whipping
mascot.
somebody, that's all I'm
He's whipping
saying.
some mother. No, he's lassoing. Look, he's got a lasso coming. We're gonna put like, we'll put like a girl right there.
Is it a
Wonder
white,
Woman. We'll have Wonder Woman with her last.
Is it a white guy?
Kids, just say no to drugs. Just say no. It's a good thing this is the adult portion, eh?
You don't say.
Well, for our American friends, that is a place in Yonge and Dundas area. It's kind of like our version of Times Square, and it's called it's called Little Big Canada. And so what it is that you actually walk into this location. And all it does, it literally shows you like a whole map of Canada. And what it does, it just basically explains to you how Canada is, but in miniature forms. So Dee and I had this crazy idea about. I don't want to give all of it out because it is kind of in the works of trying to set this thing up. It's basically. We looked at that place and we're like, how could we do something similar to that, which is Transformer base? And so that's the whole reason why he took that video, to kind of prepare us of what may happen. I know I'm being very secretive, right? I just don't want to give it away, that's all, right? And so that's why he showed that video, because then if and when we do this, then it will be like, oh, I get it now. So stay tuned. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
But you see how Mixmaster was in there.
Mm-hmm. Did see that.
No comments?
A former Mixmaster. Was he even still named Mixmaster? Or was he named Buttplug? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we could sing today. Sorry, that video just got me off guard, that's all. But I was not in that video, in case you were wondering. None of those voices were mine.
Cody is asking, did you all see the TFW about the G1 voice actress Moonracer who passed away? And as we did mention it earlier in the stream, Morgan Lofton, who just recently passed away. The voice of Moonracer for Transformers, but the voice of Baroness for G.I. Joe.
Yep, it's sad. It's every time when you see one of our, I don't know, heroes, I guess, go away, and it kind of hits reality, right? Like, same thing when, like, I like wrestling. I like watching wrestling, right? And so every time when I see our favorite wrestler of mine passes away, it's like, holy, right? So now seeing one of our favorite, voice actress, it's like, holy crow, another one bite the dust, right? That's why you got to keep your Transformers
in boxes.
In boxes.
No.
Or buy them out the ball, I don't know.
RG Eagle says, I think loading up that display with some Transformers is a win-win. Will make a good battle scene in that scenic town display. And Cody says, legends never die. But I am worried for Pete and Frank. Those
I agree with that. Yeah, I got to meet them 3 years ago when I got their autographs on a bunch of my stuff here. And they looked good, but man, you could see the age was setting in hard.
Yep. Do you think either Frank or Peter might do the same kind of deal with James Earl Jones did with Disney about it regarding their voice signing contracts?
I'm sure it's already been done. Because Transformers isn't as big as Star Wars, it probably just didn't make any kind of news. But yeah, I'm sure it's already done.
Well, I thought that was what the whole Transformers 1 was doing, was the passing of the torch.
That's what I thought too. I thought Chris Hemingworth. Did I say correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be like what just Magnus said. That was like the passing of the torch. So he's gonna be the new voice going forward.
It's a new voice in like movies or something. You can't afford Chris Hemsworth for a television role.
I mean, they got Rock for
Yeah, for an episode.
Prime
One
Series,
episode.
but yeah, for one episode. I mean, I always thought, well, Chris Hemsworth could, do the voice of Orion Pax, but then Orion and Optimus are two different characters. So it's like, do we still look to Peter for the Optimus voice?
Auto-tune.
You. So what Auto-tune did to hip hop. We're not going down that road again.
I'm just saying.
Did everything.
Right?
But, to be fair, the voices are supposed to sound robotic, so there's that. Well, here, let me do a double reveal here. A reveal repeat, since we don't have everybody. Didn't have everybody in the first segment. Bear with my camera here.
Well, you know what? Are you going to do that right now?
Yeah, I'm doing it as we speak.
Okay.
Here we go.
Do some
Look
reveals
what
before we.
I finally got going again.
Oh yes.
Finally got my cliff jumper going again.
Oh, look at that. Hey, those JBLs?
No, Rockford Fosgates.
Oh, hey, it's still good.
But yeah, that's my reveal. I've been enjoying cliff jumper the last couple of days. Being able to drive him around again. Ain't been able to drive him around all year, basically. I think the brakes froze up in like January or February or so. So he's just been sitting on the lift. Ain't been able to do anything with him.
That's pretty cool.
And just before Mo does his reveal, Cody asks, what about Epic Voice Guy? He would be a really good Optimus.
I'm going with the guy that did the Optimus rap. With the goofy thing he wore, like wearing in his car.
I don't know that one.
He did the goofy like Optimus hip hop rap battle thing. Some like bearded guy. He almost looks homeless, but he does a really good Optimus, and he's really funny.
I'll have to look that up and put that on our Discord. Speaking of which, we've rebuilt our Discord server. So you can find it at discord.childrenofprimus.com, which everybody's been jumping on and having all sorts of conversations. So I do thank everyone for switching over, and also thank all our new subscribers, because I was also a guest over in Prime DYNAMIXX stream yesterday.
Yep.
So we want to thank Prime DYNAMIXX, subscribe to his channel as well, and a handful of his subscribers have jumped over here. So we want to thank everyone for supporting everyone. Like we have all of us content creators, because we don't use the word YouTubers anymore. We all appreciate it, because it's just us hanging out and having fun.
Yeah, you know what? I actually caught the last few minutes of that show, but then I was rewatching it. Those guys were great.
Well, very cool.
Very
cool guys.
Knowledgeable. I like the beat they were playing in the background. Maybe we could steal something like that for our show. Yeah, it was. They're very well organized, and I definitely give them a plug. Yeah, and that was pretty awesome of them. So again, I know I made a comment up there saying thank you, so I'll say verbally thank you. So my little review, like I showed you guys this last time, but I showed you off air or off stream or whatever the hell you want to call it. So when I was at Lake Placid, I went to the dollar store there, and I were able to find these little tiny Transformers. Do you recall?
Vaguely.
I remember.
Well, PVC guys.
Yeah. I thought they were pretty neat. They come in 5, right? It's funny how, the Autobots are always short-handed. All right, so there's Bumblebee. Here's Megatron. thought those were pretty cool. I think these are pretty neat if you have like what's called a chess set, and you want to replace some of your sets there with some Transformers. Here's another Autobot, Mr. Optimus Prime that we just talked about, and it's for $1.25. Not bad. Let's put $125 Canadian. We have Starscream, right? And then last but not least, we have Starscream.
Oh.
Wow.
Right?
Well, that's exclusive.
Yeah, so this one definitely is going to be a collector. And guess what? I'm not opening it up. That's right.
Why would you?
Mr.
It doesn't
Magnus.
transform.
No, it doesn't transform, but still, it's staying in their package. So if you're at $1, what was that? Dollarama? Rhea, what was that dollar store that we went into? My wife's not listening. Some in Lake Placid, it sounded like Dollarama or Dollar Tree or something like that.
Well,
Or
they have
Dollar
Dollar
Plus?
Tree.
I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, that's what they were. There's only 5 of them. Hey, for $1.25, you can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's my review for this week. Hopefully, I get some good things.
So roughly, you could do a chess set for around $40.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The 32 pieces.
Nice.
You got RJ saying that Porsche is awesome. Toy Warp. Is that
Thank you.
early 80s?
Yeah, it's in '83. It's the first year it came to America. First year the 944 was offered in the U.S. So it's a non-turbo gutless wonder. Yes.
You didn't have to say that. You can, wink.
I mean, you could wink, but everyone's more fascinated about Toy Warp's hair.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. I missed that one. What happened with that?
Impactor, for some reason, said I got a haircut, and in all reality, I need a haircut because I don't wear it long anymore. And I had to mention to him, I was like, dude, you've never even seen my hair.
My hair's the longest it's been in a long time right now because we're working outside. So trying to keep as much warmth on. That's why the beard is going full.
Yeah, we're hitting that cold season too, whereas
Yep.
further north from where we're located, they've already had I think in total about 60 inches of snow.
Well, I didn't get 60. We gotta get a little duster this morning.
Further north, because
What is this that you speak of?
Because up north they consider where we live Southerners. The first time I went up there, and they're like, "Oh, you're from the South," and I'm like, "Well, no, I'm not from Florida." And they're like, they consider because they're 4, 5, 6 hours north of us, so they consider us Southerners. So what we've had is nothing so far. They've had 60 inches of snow in the last 24 hours.
See, the problem with Toy Warp is that when you're saying white dust, we're not talking about cocaine.
Why do you got to ruin it for me?
Okay.
I was going to have a good time.
Because I know you're in Florida, right? Actually, you know what?
What a
You gotta watch that
buzzkill.
series. There's a series called Hotel Cocaine or Cocaine Hotel, whatever. It's actually a really good series, and it's based out of Florida.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a good show.
TF fan page mentions I got a bunch of Transformers from a thrift store this week, a knockoff Cheetor from Dollarama, and about a KO Studio Series Mirage. And it's funny he mentions that because, and again, green character on a green screen. But yeah, it's called Robo Animal. Actually,
Yeah.
Zoom in my screen. So there's the Robo Animal, which is similar to the green and white character from Beast Wars, and then there's also this one as well.
Yes, I saw those, and I was going to pick one up, and I was going to say Dollar Store has been
Yes,
ramping up their game, man. What's going on?
They have been ramping up their game.
Oh,
And then-
stateside guys, if you have Ollie's in your area, OLLIES,
No,
Ollie's stores in your area,
no.
the Jurassic Park 2-pack has been hitting it for $15. That's
Alibaba.
this thing.
No Ollie's, Alibaba. That's it.
For our American friends. So I mean,
Yes,
not
for
us up north.
Americans.
Yeah.
That's this.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There we go.
speaking of, I call them gimmick transformers, right? Did you see the? Well, actually, we saw it in our group chat, but I actually saw a video of it. With the trilogy, Optimus Prime, Ghostbuster.
Yeah, that's a crossover that I don't really understand why, but okay.
Yeah,
Other than the fact that Hasbro owns both properties.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. There it is.
This is the,
What?
this is
Why,
the original.
why am I not surprised? Jeez Louise.
This is the original.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah, it was a San Diego Comic-Con, and the box is in Proton Pack.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
very
freaking
cool.
awesome.
And, it's got straps, so you can wear it like a backpack.
Oh, and you have it in a box, I see.
I have one boxed, and I have one open.
Of course.
It's funny because they made Roller into
The
that.
ghost trap.
Thank you. I thought that was pretty neat.
It is pretty cool, actually. That's what I got after Transformers went off the air. That's what I got into was Ghostbusters. So I've got a lot of. I still have a lot of my original Ghostbusters stuff.
RJ,
Have you seen, Torb, do you ever go to the Hasbro Pulse to look at the, what's that called, where Unicron came from?
Again with the Unicrons, you guys.
HasLab?
HasLab. The HasLab that's not Transformers this year is the Ecto 1. And it's bad ass. Oh my god.
Is that the big, like 1/8 scale one?
Yeah. It's
I got a
huge,
video.
yo.
It's the last short on Toy Warp. Somebody had one at the last toy show I went to. Taking orders for it or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it was gorgeous. Absolutely,
got
the amount of detail in that thing, because I know all about all about Ecto being a car guy, and wow, the immense detail in that thing.
Hold on, wait a minute.
There's
I'm a
two
little
different
confused.
orders for it. There's two different orders for it. There's a standard one, which is just a car. And then there's like a deluxe version that comes with figures and proton packs and everything else.
Yeah, the one I saw didn't have any figures around it.
So this is
Yeah,
something-
there's a short of it. There's a short walk around of it on Toy Warp on the last short that's up.
Okay, so this is like completely different to the one that came out in the store, like the Echo One.
Correct.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is in HasLab right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, way different. This thing is like, you can tell it's like die-cast metal with a whole bunch of detail. And the one that came out in the store is just the toy Ecto one, was more based after the Ecto one that's in the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So it's kind of got like cartoony angles and shapes on it to the body. It doesn't really look like the actual Ecto. I mean, it kind of does, but it looks like a cartoon version. This is movie accurate Ecto 1.
And I'm sending you the link right now.
I was about to say, could someone
private.
send a link? Because I would like to see that. I think everybody else would like to see that.
Oh,
Cool.
it was gorgeous. Yeah, until I saw the price tag, and I was like, no thanks.
Jenny,
God, I can
let's
damn near buy a flag for that.
slowly round up for the evening. TF fan page 101 says, I saw Unicron in person, forgot to take pictures. How did you survive seeing Unicron?
Well, look at Bill. Bill's like right in front of Unicron there.
3 of them.
But I mean, a whole planet did not survive Unicron. So how did you survive Unicron? I'm asking this question to,
Hold on,
to TF
is-
fan page 101.
Is that Jetfire sitting on a toilet watching, reading the comics?
Yes.
Love it.
Wow.
Yeah, he posted. Settom posted some of those pictures in the Facebook group. So
Love it.
everybody, don't forget about the Children of Primus Facebook group.
Well, and speaking of which, Impactor Productions, he's also going to be doing a live on Tuesday nights, I believe between 7 to 8 p.m. So, check out Impactor Productions on YouTube. So any of us are around, we can also swing by to his channel. And TF fan page 101 says, I'm smaller. I slipped by pretty easily. I was like a crumb at the bottom of an Oreo tray.
So I sent you that link, Spin. It's in the private chat.
All right, let me go over to it.
Okay, that's an outhouse then. I was just replying to the comment there, the last one.
Oh.
All right, are we ready to be blown away?
We are ready to be blown away. Let me,
I said, are you ready?
cue up the Ghostbusters music in the background.
Who you can call? Ghostbusters!
Copyright. Oh wait.
Funding ends in 1 day, 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 46 seconds.
Wow. Are you serious?
Now keep going down.
Look at the lights on that one there. I hope they're using the right batteries.
Find the most obscure battery and then don't pack it in with the, with the model.
But you know what? That first image with the lights on and everything, it doesn't look like it looked like a real car.
Yeah, I haven't seen it so far, but like even underneath the hood is highly detailed. You can, if you know how to identify engines, you can tell it's actually the Caddy 438 underneath the hood.
Okay.
Damn.
Like
stop for a second, right? Like you see that picture, the first picture. If I was looking at this not knowing it was a Transformer figure, I would have probably thought like, hey.
Oh no, it's not a Transformer figure.
No, it's not a Transformer.
Oh, it doesn't transform. Oh, okay.
No, this is unrelated to Transformer. This is just for Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay, but still, but the car is so realistic, right? They did a really good job on it.
Which I think their timing's a little off. You figured they would have timed this with at least Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
Well, it did kind of come out just after it. This thing's been going for like almost 6 months. The HasLab runs for a long time. There's that engine.
I don't understand HasLab, so I couldn't tell you.
It's almost like a Kickstarter, but it's only run through Hasbro.
Okay.
Really, you're putting money out there, and if they get enough backers for it to fly, then they make it.
Got it.
Okay.
And if they don't get enough, then they're not out production money.
Mm.
So my question to you is that they have like an amounted fixed period of time, like
It's
6
right
months?
there. Right there. Their target was 12,000, and they
Right.
got 13,058. So this is going to happen.
Okay, so if you give to this thing to get the project off the ground, does that give you an in when time comes around to buy one?
No, you buy one. But they're only going to make enough to fill what backers ordered. There will not be in stores.
Okay, so they're like a limited edition.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if I didn't give to this Ecto 1 thing, and I went to go buy an Ecto 1, I won't be able to because I didn't buy into the
Correct.
Kickstarter? Okay.
That is
Correct.
Okay.
Now,
Gotcha.
I'm sure that there's somebody on here that is buying 50 of these so that they can put them on eBay for $1,000.
The one I saw at the toy show was like 12 or 1,300.
And how much
There
you
you go.
have to put? How much you have to pay?
It's 350 right now, if I'm not mistaken. It's at the top of the page.
So when you buy into that, it's $350 plus the retail price.
No, that's the price you're paying for it. That will, whichever one of these you select, one of them's like $325 and one of them's $350 something.
Yeah.
See, the one on the
Ghostbuster
left
1 or
has
2.
less things. Right there. Scroll back down just a little bit. Little more. Right there. So the one on the left is $324.99, and the one on the right is $399.99.
That's so stupid, man. Why don't they just put 325 and 400?
Right.
It looks cheaper. I don't know.
But
Still,
yeah, once you put that in, and all you're saying is, I would like to back it. If they reach their goal, which they have, at the end of the time, like whatever that timer was, 1 day and an hour, so in 25 hours, they're going to draw that money out of your account.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to go into production. And as soon as production is over, they're going to mail it to you.
How long does production usually take?
With 13,000 backers, I think, how long would it take to make 13,000 of them? So probably 6 months.
The thing is huge, man. It is
Yeah,
ridiculously
it's 22
large.
inches long, 7 inches tall.
Yeah, you got to bring up that video, that little short of when I saw the one at the toy show.
Let's see if I can pull that up.
Yeah, that's just like HasLab Unicron. I want to say he was $400 during the HasLab. And then as soon as he dropped, his price went over $1,000 because you're not going to get one. You can't order it from anywhere. You just have to buy it from somebody who bought more than one or decided to get rid of theirs. Now, I got fortunate. I found a guy here in Indiana. He only lives a couple hours away from me, and he got 2 of them. And he said, I would just like to get my money back. So I spent $1,100, by the time shipping and everything, on these 2. So I'm selling one of them for $1,100. So basically, he's going to get his for free.
Mm-hmm.
I was the first one that commented on his post on Transformers Liberated. He contacted me back, and then come to find out he was looking for pieces that I had in this room. And so then we got to haggle a little bit.
Actually,
so I only gave $750 cash plus like 9 bots for my HasLab Unicron.
Actually,
And then
it's wild that the guy had that Ecto at that toy show there for like $1,200-1,300 then.
that's probably what they're going to sell for.
You mean secondhand market?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can buy it for $300 right now. You got 24 hours to go to HasLab and you can buy it for.
That just sounds like a no-brainer.
holy crow, man! Look at the details in that.
Oh, it's insane. It is absolutely insane.
Like, yeah, not that I'm trying to change the subject on what you guys are saying right now, man, but like I'm just looking at that detail. As soon as that, I saw that engine, I'm like, wow. Man, I wish that transformed.
You know that they have one that does.
Yeah, but not like this.
Not with that kind of detail.
Wow, look at that.
No.
Is that like leather seats on it?
Probably.
Well, it's Naugahyde, but what really surprised me was they had the shelf like right behind the front seat. There is kind of a partition, and that partition goes across the top of the vehicle, and that's where they keep a lot of the electronics that control like the lighting, the sound that comes out of it, all that kind of stuff. And I'm really surprised that they included that with all the little electronic boxes that are on top of there. Like nobody even knows that part of Ecto really exists unless you watch like the hardcore restorations videos that they have on it. But
Interesting.
man, yeah, stupid detail. I love it. It's beautiful.
Look at the steering wheel, man.
But I've always loved Ecto. You know, since since '84 and I saw her in Ghostbusters, I've always loved Ecto. So when she came out in the cartoon, you know, of course I had to have that toy. And to see something like this now, yeah, man, if I had an extra $300, I might actually swing for that one. I'm certainly not going to pay the $1,200-$1,300 or whatever it was he wanted later on. Because, like I said, that's getting into flag territory, and I'd rather have a flag.
I'm sorry, a flag.
USS flag.
G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
Oh, okay.
One of the few G.I. Joe pieces I ever wanted, and I just wanted it because it's a rich kid's piece. But
yeah, no, because you said a flag a couple of times already. I'm like, you telling me there's a $2,000 flag that you want to buy? This is a dollar store down around the corner. Like, for 1st of July, they're on sale. Come on.
All right, well, gentlemen, I've got to roll. 4 o'clock comes pretty early.
All right, Mr. Magnus.
Yes,
Have a
Mr.
good night,
Magnus.
sir.
Peace out, gentlemen.
Take
All
care.
right, thank you for coming by. And we are going to round up for the evening. So, actually, Richard, what do you have coming up for the week?
Not too much, just working all the midnight shifts as usual. So we'll see if I get some drawing in between then. I did do some Black Friday shopping, so yesterday my mom convinced me, because Best Buy was having a good sale, I wanted to upgrade my iPad, because I told you guys it was kind of being weird within the last couple of months. So I got a 2 terabyte iPad Pro, so hopefully that should be enough memory for me to keep drawing and hope that it doesn't self-destruct. So big investment, but it should. 2 terabytes, yeah.
That's insane. Wow.
So I learned that my drawing app, after I did the Transformers 1 like head stuff, it went to almost 50 gigs of memory on my 128. And I've had this thing since before COVID. So I was like, oh no, this killed, these drawings are starting to kill the iPad. So my mom knew I wanted to get more drawing done. So she was like, okay, I think there's a Best Buy. You just have to go to this specific one in the middle of the weekend. And luckily we were able to find someone that grabbed the last box in the back. And yeah, I'll be more or less doing a lot of transferring of files and hopefully get some more drawing done within the next week. So
nice.
Cool.
Just keep posted on my Instagram and we'll see.
Cool. And Toy Warp, what say you?
On Friday over on Cruisers Motorsports, I released something that a lot of the fans over there wanted closure on. That's the Millsy Motorsport Scam Blackfire update. That is the end of Blackfire's story. So if you want to know what happened with Blackfire, tune into that video. And then just today, over on Toy Warp Vintage Reviews, I reviewed the 1999 Christmas Cannonball Train to stay in tune with the season. And this also has quite the history with my family. So for the family history story, you can tune into that video. Like I said, it just released today.
Nice.
I gotta ask you a question, Toy Warp. That Soundwave cassette player.
Yeah.
How much did you pick that up for? Or did you always have that, or you picked that up?
No, I picked that up at TFCon when it was down in Orlando. What's that, a year and a half ago now? No, 2 years ago now. It works. Plays tapes just fine.
Yep.
It still looks pretty good. I even got the paperwork with it. I didn't get the box, but I got the paperwork with it. Yeah. I think I paid $35 for it.
How long ago was that? Sorry?
2 years ago.
2 years ago? Okay.
Yeah, I think I paid $35 for it. I think. And I got a couple tapes with it, too.
Okay. No, because as you can tell, I have one right here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Did yours work?
Yeah, mine it does work. It still has the original batteries in it. And it didn't acid or corrode or anything like that. I went online a couple of times just to see, because I had this when I was a kid, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I was just curious to see, what it's going for, right? And for whatever reason, I go online and I try to look for it, and I can't find it for the life of me.
You know to look under eBay sold, right?
Yeah, I don't look. I see. I boycott eBay. I don't
Okay,
know
you don't
why.
have to give eBay any business to look to see what things are selling for. Just
Nope.
throwing it out there.
Nope.
I mean, okay, if you're
Nope.
if you're boycotting eBay,
I am
that's your
boycotting
business.
them.
But
Okay?
you're not giving them any money to go see what
Nope.
stuff's sold for.
When I boycott something, I boycott it. So
Okay,
that's
then.
eBay.
Did you do the same thing with showers or something? What's going on there?
No, I did the same thing with Tim Hortons.
I think we've done the same thing with members, but we won't go down that road. And on that note,
You didn't ask me what I was going to be doing.
what are you going to be doing?
Because we don't care. I love hanging out with you guys because you guys can take, since you guys are fellow Gen Xers, you can take the being picked on.
Exactly.
Well,
I care,
Well,
my friend. So
thank you for caring.
Because
Caring
unlike
and
Drake,
sharing.
he might send a lawsuit and then legal documents because his feelings were hurt.
Don't make me do a 1, 2, 3 countdown.
All right.
Care Bear thing, whatever is out of the chest.
Care Bears.
What am I doing? I'm gonna be next week, and I'm gonna be in Niagara Falls. I got my son. He has a tournament, a hockey tournament. So hopefully, I can find some deals down there for Transformers. But fingers crossed, and my son wins some games. Then I will be off for the month of December. So during that time, hopefully I can get some stuff done for COP and also for Hockey Needs, because I got some articles that needs to come out. If anybody liked this toque, go to Versus. That's my little store that I have. And then with Richard, you and I, we need to have a conversation.
Yes, we do.
we know I'm serious. This is like a real serious conversation because there's something that I've been working on, and I want to do some art first, like a comic book maybe.
Mm-hmm. I think we had a little bit of a hint before. I know
Correct.
the project a little bit.
Right.
So yeah,
So
you have my contact info. You can DM me, and yeah, I'm
Yeah.
more than willing to help you out.
Perfect. And that's what's coming up on my side. Over to you, Spin.
Cool. Well, Professor D is saying the TF fan page 101. We'll check out your KO Dollarama Cheater unboxing. Maybe we'll take a clip and make a short on our channel to cross promote you, because as Toywarp said, the smaller channels working together and cross promoting each other is exactly what makes it work. So before we sign off, I'm always happy that you guys are able to come through to hang out and just just be our silly selves and talk Transformers and everything else. So thank you guys, and thank everyone in the comments. The comments was a whole stream in itself, and I always enjoy that. So you can find us on our Discord, on our Facebook page, also our website, which leads you to all of our socials, childrenofprimus.com. So then
I'm going to add one thing.
there you go, add one thing.
Okay. All you folks that are in the comments are helping out and posting out, and you guys are having your own little show there. If you ever want to jump onto the show and give your little spiel, please contact Spin, and he'd be more than happy to send you the link so you can jump on, see what you got to say. And then after that, if you want to jump on and continue to watch the show, which we hope you do, please, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, just remember, folks, I did the same thing 2 years ago. They won't let me leave. Somebody please help me. Never. Till you're 90.
Until you're 90.
All right, on that note, sorry, Spin.
That's okay.
Send us out.
All right. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and till all are one.